Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, greetings. Today I'm going to do a video on something that I kind of mentioned in my first video, and I was going to do a different video today, but I just really felt like I should clarify also and explain more on my thoughts. And so in my first video, I said something along the lines of, if you're dating a military man, just date that military man. And recently, I saw a guy on my Instagram who I was friends with in high school, and the girl went to my high school, and they got married, and they were only dating for a couple months when they got married, or after they got married. They were only dating for a couple months, and they got married, and then they moved and lived together. He's in the military, she moved with him, and blah blah blah. Well, I was on his Instagram and I saw that he didn't have any more pictures of her, and so of course I could go to her page and I look, and she has no more pictures of him. And she had posted a ton of wedding pictures like last year, I think, 'cause that's when they got married, and she didn't have them anymore. And so I was confused, and none of them, or both of them, didn't have pictures of each other. And so I assumed that for some reason they either are separating or getting divorced or just not talking to each other, and I think she like moved back with her family because she was in Texas again, and just all this stuff happened. So that was one person that I knew. And I knew a second person who I went to school with. He's in the military, and now they're getting a divorce because they didn't date long enough. They dated, got married for the money, got married, and now don't like each other basically. And so they're getting a divorce and all of that. So I just want to say my advice and my little rant thingy about this, because it breaks my heart and it confuses me why this happens. I don't want this to happen to any of you people out there. I don't want it to happen to you at all. And it seems really awesome to get married for the money, because you think, we get more money, we get to do more stuff, I get to pay for this, I can pay for that. And it seems so magical because now you have all this money. And it's good for a little bit, but then it doesn't turn out right. And it just, seeing these kind of things just makes me so sad, because I'm a child of divorce. My mom got divorced or separated twice, and now she's with a man who is great. He's fantastic. And so their marriage is gonna last forever. But I know from experience that divorce is terrible, and I promised that whether or not my husband does something that's totally crazy or totally unforgivable, I will forgive him and I will stay with him for the rest of my life, because that's what I promised in marriage. And I think it's so important to remember that you're getting married because you love them, not because you want the money, not because you want the benefits, not because you want to travel with them or you want to live with them before they get deployed. None of that. You should just marry them because you love them. And I want the girls who are about to step into this dating place of being with a military guy to remember that. Do not just jump into a marriage, because I'm going to tell you that marriage is so hard. It is so hard. When you're dating someone and say you don't like something about them, say you argue a lot, it gets 10 times worse in marriage. It just does, because at that point, you can deal with it, you're whatever, it's okay, we'll move on. Marriage, you're going to be with them for the rest of your life, and you don't just see them and then leave. You live with them, they probably do it all the time, and now you're stuck with it. So if there's something that you hate, you better either get used to it or you better move on, because it's not going to get better in marriage. And people always think, oh, marriage is so much better, it's so much better, you know, blah, 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 it's so magical. And it is magical. It's so magical. But there are a lot of responsibilities whenever it comes to marriage. You can't just say, I quit because I can. I fell out of love with them. You can't fall out of love with someone. You choose to love them with all of your heart. You can't just one day say, oh, I don't love you anymore because my heart says it. And that's not how it works. You either choose to love them or you choose to not love them. But once you say, I do, that means you're going to be with them for the rest of your life. For better or for worse, people. It really gets me, because I don't want y'all to go through divorce. I don't want the sadness that comes with the divorce, the separation that comes with divorce, the separating of families, and just all the baggage that comes with it. I don't want that for y'all. And not build a foundation of marriage on money. You cannot. And so the people that have been dating their husband, or blah, 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 for the people who have been dating their boyfriends for a couple months, if you love them, then by all means, marry them. Because I know that I married my husband when I was young. I dated him for about 4.5 years, but I still married him when I was young. But if you know within 6 months, a year, and you know that you're going to marry them because you love them and nothing else, then go right ahead. I'm not saying to date them for a long time. I'm just saying that do not base your marriage on anything but love. That's it. Because it's just not going to end well. And I want it to be great. I want your marriage to be great. And I want as many people to get into a marriage where they're dating someone in the military and they make it through. They make it through and they live happily ever after. Because at this point, it's like people who are guys in the military just end up getting divorces. That's like, it always happens. And I don't understand why, but I also understand why, because it's about the money. It's not about, hey, let's get married when the Lord says it's right. Like, what does the Lord have to say about it? It's not about that. It's about, hey, I need more money right now. Let's get married. And yeah, we love each other, but let's get married so that we can have more money. You know, it's usually about that. And I mean, that's great and all, but it's not going to last. It's just not going to last. And I don't know how many times I have to say that because it's just not. So, to all those people who are dating a military man, please, 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 just date that military man. Don't expect a ring on the finger. Don't expect a quick relationship. And in the military, of course, everything goes quick, because they're gone. You know, you have to kind of get all of this stuff in before they leave again, and I understand that. But at least go a period with them gone. Because once you have that period of they're gone, you can really know what it's like jumping into, how am I going to be as a wife when he's gone? Because if you just jump into it and then he's gone and you're a wife already, you're stuck in there. You are stuck. And if you can't do it, well, your options are divorce or stay with him. And I want you to stay with him. I don't want you to get a divorce. And so I think it's really important to date them while they're gone and see how you can deal with it. See how you handle that. Because if he has 6 more years, well, you're going to have to deal with that for 6 more years, and you're either in it or you're not. So just love people. Just love your people. Just so much. So much that money doesn't matter. Distance doesn't matter. No matter what it takes. I will be with you. And when the right time is the right time, then we will get married. And if you get married in a court first and then have a beautiful wedding, that's okay too. I mean, I did that because you don't know if they're going to be gone when you want to have a ceremony. And so if you love them, you want to be with them for the rest of your life, go ahead and go to the court and get married, and then plan a different day where you can have a ceremony. But only if you love them. Love them. Get married. No other reason. No other reason. So that's the end of my video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't mean or inconsiderate or anything. Like, I really just want the best for y'all, and I want y'all to have a happy marriage, and I don't want there to be any heartbreak, because I know what it's like just hearing it from my friends who are going through that. And I know it's just, for me personally, I'm a child of divorce, like I said, and it's just heartbreaking. And I don't want y'all to go through that. I don't want, your children to go through that. I don't want anyone to go through divorce. I think marriage is so beautiful, and I want you to have a great one without the baggage of getting divorced and then moving on to the next marriage. So I want y'all to have a long-lasting marriage, and I want, my just rant to be meaningful to you, to just have it in your head that you don't have to get married right away, because God's timing is perfect. And when He says you're ready, you're ready. So just listen to Him and listen to what does your heart say about when should I get married. And so I hope I wasn't mean. I hope I put something in your head to make you realize or make you think about, this time is not right, maybe later. So as always, so I'm starting a blog. I kind of started already. I haven't written my first one yet, but my welcome about me is up, and so I'll put the link in the bottom if you want to check it out. As always, subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next week.